Good morning, I love you. Ah, what a great way to kick the stream off. I love saying that. If any of you don't know the story about this, many, many moons ago, when my wonderful grandmother still lived, every time I'd call her, she would kick calls off by saying, "Hello, Sean, I love you." How wonderful is that? And I always thought that was interesting, because most people just like talk, and at the very end, they go, "All right, I gotta go. All right, love you, bye." Sort of just like, here's a little bit of my emotion, and get me the fuck out of this conversation right at the very end. I sort of forgot about that until a very lovely lady in my life started to do it with me every morning. And I just, oh my God, it feels so good. It feels so good. So I've just been doing this here on the show, and it's just so good again. Good morning. I love you. I love you guys so much. I'm so happy to be here, because it is a good day to try hard. Also, I'm going to cough. And we're going to play some good decks. And as always, these good decks are not going to be, oh, here it is. These decks are not my creation. This and many others are going to be some of the tip-top decks. Part of the reason I'm doing this is that on Tuesday, typically we're in try-hard mode. That doesn't mean we only do top meta decks, but often, at least they are trying to be good. But, excuse me. Oh, goodness, excuse me. However, I'm really interested in playing the decks that are showing up in tournaments a lot, that are showing up in top lists at ladder events and so on and so forth, because in 1 week, I will be your host for the Mythic Championship V. I'll be your host for many, many, many Mythic Championships to come. 5 this year. Why? Is there something in my pants? I mean, that's not a euphemism. There's just something. I feel like I'm sitting on a... Did I put my boxers on inside out? What is this? I actually think that one of the seam lines in my boxers is off because it's poking into my butt, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Many of you are all getting excited. He's talking about something in my pants. But really, I'm talking about a poor construction of a pair of boxers, but that's fine. And it's really digging into my butt. I may switch boxer pairs later on. Anyways, I will be your host for the Mythic Championship V. It's going to be happening out in Long Beach, and so I want to be trying to play a lot of the lists that are very good so I can develop an understanding of them firsthand, as opposed to winging it. I would like not to look like a complete clowndar. This is a Simic Adventures deck that is really interesting. What the fuck? This is a Selesnya Adventures deck. King Elspeth. Jesus, Knight Elspeth in chat. Went 12-1 with the Win Every Card event with a Simic deck, and I just said Simic out loud. We're a fumbly bumbly bear this morning, but that's okay. I don't give a damn. I'm in really high spirits. This is a Selesnya tokens-ish list that's really, really interesting. I think the core statement of the meta that I want to convey is the meta is a lot about going huge. The simplest example is the Bant Golos decks. I'm actually going to open up, literally just going to straight up copy a listo right here. Bant Lands is such an insane deck. 28 land list decks. Deck successfully imported. Where is the deck? Yep. This is the type of deck that I really think is archetypical of how the meta functions right now. Get some land out. Get some land out. Get a bunch of land out. Get a bunch of land out. Why? Because we have Field of the Dead, and we want to try to pound out as many of those puppies as humanly possible. We even have some other things to benefit from lands. Hydroid Krasis to draw a bunch of shit, right? This deck continues to go huge and to stay huge, obviously thanks in part to Field of the Dead. Field of the Dead, being able to generate a zombie every single turn, makes the top decking just astoundingly good. So we'll definitely be playing this today, but decks like this actually get the Field of the Dead up and operational pretty goddamn quickly. They lock you out with the Teferi, and they can delay with the Teferi, and then they can find the Golos with the Once Upon a Time. This is the type of deck, by the way, that Once Upon a Time actually functions unbelievably well in. A deck where you are looking for very particular creatures, such as a Hydroid Krasis, such as a Golos. You'll notice there's not that many other creatures in this one. But Realm Cloak Giant counts as a creature, despite being there for the clear. This is the type of deck that's really defining the format. So if you wanted to be a deck that goes under, you have to be able to go under then deal with everyone else also getting a little too huge. You know, this Oko list can go the distance in a lot of ways. I do want to adjust this list a bit, but this Oko deck can go the distance in a lot of ways because Oko is generating infinite value. Vraska, Nissa, Garruk, these ones can generate tons of value. We have a Hydroid Krasis. I love how greedy this list is, by the way. It's just so good. And so this brings me to the interest that I have in playing this Selesnya Tokens-ish deck. It's very, very, very weird with how it works, relative to some of the White Weenie and Selesnya decks that you may have seen about a year ago. We do have some one-drop creatures like Faerie Guidemother. We have this Edgewall Innkeeper and Flaxen Intruder, just some very cheap low drops. We have some other ways to generate some one-drops. Lovestruck Beast technically functions as a one-drop because we can generate a 1/1. It has things that leverage this. Venerated Loxodons to continue to go wide. Or excuse me, not to continue to go wide, to buff a board full of creatures. Unbreakable Formation to buff that as well. Flourish kind of functions similarly yet again. We can get enough dudes out that we can do the +2/+2 and bash in there. But what's interesting is that this deck also has ways to deal with a lot of unbelievably strong spikes of value that occur. So, for instance, let's take what the name is of that damn card. It's the Giant, Stomping Giant. There it is, Bone Crusher Giant. This can deal 2 damage and then be replayed as a 4/3. This is just a very strong value card. If we're trying to just go good old-fashioned wide, this does 2 things. It kills a guy, and it's a body. There's cards like this that exist. And so there's 4 Shepherd of the Flocks. Return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. For 1, a way to pull it back and replay it. We have 4 Edgewall Innkeepers, one of the linchpins of making this deck function, right? We're not just trying to build creatures and go wide, but we also want to be able to draw a bit. I'm fascinated by this deck, and I've been playing it some. I'm not especially good with it. I actually struggle quite a bit, but I'm really interested in this. I love the 4 March of the Multitudes in the side and have 0 clue as to when these are the most effective. But given that there's 4 in there, there's probably a matchup for which we really want to jam this in. I'm going to do my usual, and I'm going to kick it off in best of 1. Alright, let's do a free 1 spawn time cast. We have this Edgewall Innkeeper. That seems pretty good. This is a little risky to play at turn 1, but I'm just going to throw it out anyways because I'm a reckless bear. Alright. Let me just get this stream decker all up and running so you guys can take the same list that I met decked. The big goal in our deck is to try to get a lot of value out of Edgewall Innkeepers, so I'd ideally like to see a big old giant in here. Alright, the deck list is getting pasted now. This is exceedingly dangerous for me to play this on turn 1, but I'm a big baller who doesn't understand how the deck is played properly, so I'm more than happy to do what I generally feel like is a mistake in the effort of going, okay, now I see the way in which it is a mistake. So this is where we're going to try to get a Lovestruck Beast. Faerie Guidemother is fine. Watch me do the cool stuff. We're going to make the Edgewall Innkeeper get a little big. And I love that this triggers on cast, not on enter the battlefield. Hey, Joe Monkey, happy nearly 5 yearsies. Ghost Stalker, it's so good to see you, man. Oh, dude, you guys. I took the day off. I took the day off yesterday, and it was amazing. By the way, that quench was done poorly. This quench should have been cast when the Faerie Guidemother's adventure was going on, because if you counter the adventure, the entire card goes to the graveyard. So now we have a flying edgelord. Oh my god, it was so fun. Oh my god. What are we doing with these cups and this hot sauce when there's some tummies that need tummy time right here? Oh, I love you. I love you, baby. So our opponent looks to be exceedingly counterful. I'm just going to play this. Sigurdini says, what are you thinking about playing for your actual day off on Friday? I'm going to do Noita. Which all the Brooklyn Nine-Nine fans are like, noise. I forgot to tweet out that I'm live. Perfect, let's do it. Twitter.com. Alright. That doesn't matter to us at all. It is a good day to try hard. Gonna be laddering with some top meta decks today to learn how they work for the upcoming Mythic Championship V. I think I called it the Mythic Invitational. Selesnya Adventures and continuing with Bant Golos. I think I probably said the wrong thing, but no, it's fine. So my opponent is in the Bant colors. This has been a pretty terrible start. But I'm not too torn up about it. Dude Light. Good to see you once again. I saw Dude Light and Jeff Hoagland's stream this morning. Normal and Trench Coast is Mythic Invitational Draft and Constructed, or just Constructed? It is indeedy-do, just constructed for me and you. This is such a good cat. Stream Decker doesn't seem to be working still. Well, that just sucks a lot. Let me go to my decks and see if it actually works. Is Stream Decker working for anyone? Stream Decker should show the deck list. Coming in. Rawr. Holy moly. Down to 2. What you gonna do? I will say it's slow. So if it opens and you don't see it, I would be remiss for you to assume that the deck isn't loading. Open up the deck list and just sit there for a while. Stream Decker is one of the slowest websites in America. It's quite a feat. Is Castle Ardenvale actually going to matter? By the way, I'm just going to note, a lot of these lands, like Castle Ardenvale, I was like, oh my god, it's like It's like a Dawn of Hope, but in Lando form. This is perfect. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I don't have enough mana to do everything that I want to do, but this is still more or less good. This is more or less a good attack. See, we just need to get some chumping going on, right? There's... Wait, what? But then how do you not die? So this has got to be brazenly borrowed. That's the only explanation for this. But then we'll just replay everything. Okay. I was talking about something, completely forgot. I just don't even care. Yep, brazenly borrowed. No reason for sorrow. I plausibly could have bounced with this guy and let the Edgewall Innkeeper go, but that's fine. I'd rather just be sad. I think I was talking about my day off, which was good. Whoop, down to 1. Yes, let me draw another card. If I get one flapping flyer, man. We are very landy. Bum ba da dum 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 bum. Quench! I have a read on you, Isaac Nito. You big burrito. So we can't really do much. Remember, if your deck list is not loading, it's because it loads slow. Wonderful. I don't think that this matters for us, though. Let me close this. Just trying to make sure my Stream Decker... Because, again, Stream Decker loads, like, real slow. Oh, God, I had such a good day off yesterday, doing nothing. Not thinking about anything significant. It was great. It was so good. Alex30 Phil says, Sean, I was wondering. I was talking to a friend about living while famous. You find it impacts your day-to-day life being at your level of fame. I certainly don't live at the most inspiring level of fame, for sure. But... the ways in which it affects my day-to-day are probably a little different than you might anticipate. So, I think one thing is... fuck. We are fucked. You know, maybe I shouldn't have been greedy then. I just was not expecting to see an absorb in there. But, you know, I guess it makes sense with a quench. Alright, so we have one more turn. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We're a lot dead. So, I think one of the ways in which fame doesn't really change much is financially. And I think that's more me as a person. Because I know some people, if they... in entertainment, by the way, you don't make money per year. Like, if I work in IT, I might make, like, $60K per year. And over the many years, that will slowly trickle up until I'm, like, an IT manager and whatnot. I'm dead. In entertainment, you make it this year. You might have a huge year. And then you might have a small year. And then you might have a year where you don't make money on entertainment. Then you might have another huge year. It's very spiky. Streaming mitigates that a lot, right? Because that's one income source that's even, but still, there's, like, event work. Like, last year, I didn't have any hosting work at Magic the Gathering events because Magic the Gathering Arena did not have events. This year, Magic the Gathering Arena has events. This is a source of generating money that just didn't exist last year. This hand sucks because we have no early plays and we're a little bit more on the aggressive side. And I found that for me financially, there's like a minimum threshold of money that I need per month to do the things I want to do. And then beyond that, I don't do, like... I'm going to put this away because all these 3 cards work so well together. Actually, no. I'm going to do this. Maybe like that. That actually seems better. Once upon a time. We're up against Bant Golos, which does not really have many ways to deal with some of these early boys. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Is this an artifact creature? Perfect. So I do know a lot of people that when they have those spikes of year in the entertainment industry, they're just like, oh my god, I did it. I am a huge and important person. I will buy a really expensive car. And I'm not suggesting that that is bad to do. But what I am suggesting is, I don't know, for me it doesn't really do anything to the life. You know what I mean? If I have a really nice car, I drive my car once or twice a week tops. Sometimes 0 times a week. So if I just had a nice car, it would just sit there. I like streaming, I like playing games, I like working on little fiddly projects. So that's one way in which the fame doesn't affect me, because I know I've had a ton of people just be like, hey man, how was your flight? I bet you're flying first class. So, I mean, you must have had a way better flight than me. And it's like, no, actually. Like, just kind of doing regular old shit. See, in that regard, I do get a good amount of comments like that. They're just like, and it's like, no, it doesn't really happen. So that's the first thing. What about living with fame? Okay, here's, I think, the biggest thing that fame, however you may wish to measure it, boy, I want to be so greedy. But I shan't. Ah! I need to do this. The biggest thing is that it opens doors to allow me to talk to people that I would not normally get the opportunity to talk to. And that is really exciting. Oh my god, can I please get a land? Thank you. We could have absolutely, like, been in a position to nearly win this game with that single questing beast. If we had drawn 1 land. Oh, my mana tapped wrong. Teferi time Weatherly.
Don't worry, I got this.
So, like, you know, for instance, so in a not so contrived example, if I wanted to, let's say, contact Jim Butcher one of my favorite authors, because the next book in his Dresden Files series is coming out, and I want to just promote it and plug it because I think Jim Butcher's awesome. Yeah. Big old giant smack. Oh. Do I have any way around that? I think we're fucked. I think I was one land away from winning, but whatever. But, like, if I wanted to do that, the fact that I have some fame means automatically said person is way more likely to be like, oh, wow, yeah, definitely. Let's talk to that Day 9 guy. We're going to use Once Upon a Time to try to get the flying Faerie Guidemother to give our questing beasts flying. Faerie Guidemother, excuse me. And then we're going to concede. Because our opponent's at 7 health. Almost got him. This was a case of just whiffing the one land the one time. And that's fine. I mean, we more or less did what we wanted to do. I actually think I'm comfortable enough to fire into best of 3. Traditional standard ranked. But if I reached out, because I'm Day 9, it's much more likely that there would be a reply. And I think that is probably far and away the #1 thing that occurs when you have some type of notoriety or following or something like that. People are just more willing to talk to you. And on one hand, you may cynically say, oh, that's because... You may cynically say, oh, well, that's because they can get something off you. But I actually think it's way more simple than that, in that they literally know anything about you, so you're not a stranger. Because I would say 95% of the people that I, have some sort of conversation with, well, goodbye. That fucking sucked. That really severely stinks, man. I guess this is this mono black discard kind of focused deck that has drill bits and Rankle, Master of Pranks. Outside of that, are those two things. There's more or less no significant day-to-day experiential advantage that comes out of, like, being famous. Occasionally people stop me and go, are you Day 9? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, can I have a photo? And I'm like, sure. I don't know, it winds up being more or less irrelevant. I feel like maybe the biggest lesson, because I feel like I sort of went into streaming knowing that this was probably the case, and even then, for whatever part of it did enter my system, it exited pretty quickly. If you have some pain or some insecurity living in you, by the way, we are so dead here. If you have some pain or some insecurity, and all of a sudden people are like, oh my god, Day 9, oh, you're so amazing, etc., 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 that can feel really good. Maybe patch up some of those emotional pains you have. And then, some sorrow seeps back in, because, the main reason you may have been sad still hasn't changed. And I have not really personally known, but more of like at a distance, seen people in the streaming, esports, YouTube space kind of get stuck in a loop where they get a spike of visibility, views, subscribership, some number spikes, again talked about on Twitter, and then it dwindles back down, which is very normal. You kind of have this sort of spike experience a ton in online media. But then they get a spike, and it doesn't feel as good, so they try to force another spike to happen. And they try to force another spike to happen. They try to force another spike to happen. I already messed up, didn't I? Farts. Well, whatever. I think I'm dead this game anyways. That's what we should have waited for. That's why I said we already messed up. I'm going to concede move on to sideboarding. We have some changes to make. Probably not a lot of artifacts or enchantments, so I probably don't need the Flaxen Intruder. This is going to be a faster game. Devout Decree, Glass Casket are going to be very, very good here. March of the Multitudes is going to be a little weak. March of the Multitudes feels like it would be good if the board gets clogged up a lot, and I need to try to go wide to get around. I think we never cut this because I'm running 20... Wait, 8 and 4 is 12? I'm running 24 land? Maybe I could actually plausibly cut these. Flower Flourishes. This is a weird deck. What do I think about Conclave Tribunals here? Those could actually be quite good. I'm going to trim these because our opponent is sufficiently aggressive that I'm going to want to have things that can do stuff instead of this sort of like value stretch into the deck. Do like this. Yeah, dude, the hissing sound is gone. C is for cookie. This is good enough for me. Actually, probably want to do this right now. Pick up a green one. Okie dokie. But I've seen a lot of content creators get stuck in this loop where they keep feeling that they need to spike up in popularity, in attention, in something in order to be or feel important. I'm going to go ahead and kill this right now because the Lazotep Reaver could land, and I think that would be bad. Probably do want this. And like pretty early in my streaming career, I was just like, yeah, you know, like this is never going to be a consistent thing. It's almost like, you know, it's almost like a slot machine, right? Like, you know, in the long run, it's not going to be good for you. That's an interesting choice. Which one do you get rid of, huh? This is one of the best cards in our deck. So now we have a Shepherd of the Flock to be able to save. I'll save these two at least. How many games have we won so far in the stream? We've played 2 best of 1s. Lost both of those, and we've lost the first game in a best of 3. So we are 0 and 2 and a half. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Alright, time for the longest turn. Ugh. 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 Get out of here. Yeah, so to just wrap that shit up. I think this is absolutely, totally, 100% fine. Or maybe I shall go for value. Now our opponent dies. Next turn. Let's just pass. You killed yourself. I think I'm more or less content with our sideboarding plan. I think. Actually, I'm going to get rid of these Once Upon a Times and put in a Tristani Discordant. Another Knight of Autumn. I want a second Tristani Discordant in the deck. There's a lot of Agent's Treachery, but I guess it doesn't matter from a Selesnya deck. This box is just not good enough for you anymore, is it? Despy's box collapsed, so it's just a flat piece of cardboard now. I think she's way sadder. But she still loves that tummy time. God, I want to keep this hand. I got a mulligan it because it's really bad. That's actually a very reasonable hand. What a good kitten. Drill bit is an issue for sure. My opponent can bonk and bit. My thoughts between this and Golgari Adventure. Pathless Cross, I think Golgari Adventure looks better. But I'm going to stick to this. This here little guy. Like, if our opponent had a drill bit, the fact that Edgewall Innkeeper, we already have one out, helps quite a bit, so that gives us some insurance against that. Everything that we're looking at does kind of suck a lot, though. Yeah, the deck we're playing is the deck that won the SCG. Ooh, okay, well that changes things. This won the SCG tournament and has been like... I think that the deck that we're playing is actually incredibly difficult to play. I'm finding it way more technical than I at first realized, so we'll probably get some... help. So we play more, learn more. Goodbye, my friend. So if my opponent wants to sack, they're going to have to sack their Knight of the Ebon Legion, which I'm sort of fine with. Oh. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Let's take a peek. Ooh, that's a very nice one to get. Alright, my next few turns are going to be very questful. Barry Millen says, if I just wanted to play an anti-Field of the Dead Golos Hydroid Krasis deck, what would that be? I think Selesnya Adventures or Golgari Adventures is quite good. Frankly, Golos has good matchups kind of across the board. It's a very solid deck. especially with the Once Upon a Times. The Once Upon a Times fixes, I think, one of the key issues that a lot of the older builds historically had. Which was one of, sometimes you just don't have the key card that you feel like you really need. Our opponent main decking the Priest of the Forgotten Gods helps us. What is up, friendo? My favorite thing in the entire world, the 1/1 lifelink soldier. My opponent cannot block with these two, because this can't be blocked by those at all. I would. So, Asai Luxrock says, do you think that makes Golos a little stale in that case? It's good against pretty much everything. I think that statement is... I know that you're trying to open a conversation by asking that. But if I just take the statement that you said, like, in a vacuum, I think that statement alone by itself in a vacuum it's just a little too narrow of a statement. What do you want me to do? I don't think that something being overall good against a lot of things makes it bad. Because I play a little game called StarCraft, where players all the damn time why did... Oh, because of this. Okay, I was like, what the... Why the fuck and the what? So I'm going to need to attack with this as well to gain the health. Like in StarCraft, you can just straight up play standard. Let's get that one out. Let's get that one out for sure. Yeah, if you want to sack and tap everything, man, you got it. Yeah, so, I mean, in StarCraft, you have standard plays where you have basically the same shell you play through every day because it's very, very flexible and it can do a whole lot of stuff. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And in that regard, I sort of think this is a useless attack. I'm sort of like, yeah, it actually seems okay. I think the issue I have with a lot of the Golos decks is they play it very similarly because it's like, get a bunch of land and then zombies and then zombies and then zombies and then zombies and then zombies. If I take, like, say, this mono-black deck, there were some of the times where my opponent had removal, sometimes not, even though my opponent's basically going 4 of 4 of 4 of 4 of 4 of 4 of. There's enough texture with what those early draws are that I feel mostly good. But I mean, the Golos decks are just like, this card generates the land, this card generates land, this card generates land. I get Golos, which generates land, and then I have a Hydroid Krasis that redraws. A Teferi is the only sort of interesting value card that's there. And that's my life. Also, the Lovestruck Beast can't attack. Also, it doesn't attack which is trying to deal 1 more damage. My opponent would simply block with one of these. Sacrificing the Lovestruck Beast since it cannot attack, because I want to have the most number of attackers next turn. We did it! Went on an adventure. The buff 1/1 tokens don't count as 1/1s? Correct. Because very plainly they are 2/2s. D9! Oh! D9 is so clever! Woo! Oh, wow, some of my sleepiness is coming back to me. Looks good to me. Let's look at the colors and try to decide whether we should play a... We're going to hold off on our Edgewall Innkeeper because we intend to generally be redrawing. The Dreadog, Mr. Goddard. With 52 months, says, still to get my streak is 50 and not 52. Should be unbroken. Oh well, as always, Day 9, thanks for all the great content, for being calming voice of reason during my days. Hey, always happy to see you here, Mr. D. Mr. D. Alright, so our opponent is a... looks to be an Is It Phoenix deck. And this deck is going to be doing just a lot of putting the Phoenix in the bin, casting cheap spells with Goblin Electromancer. But there's the Irencrag lady that deals 3 damage every time you draw your second card this turn. So the Irencrag lady is actually pretty freaking good. And just dishing out 3 damage, dishing out 3 damage. So it appears that Resokinder is a little bit screwed on land, and that's great. Welcome back to the hand. Now this play looks weird until you realize that we're going to draw a shitload of fucking cards. Three damage or 3 damage to face? 3 damage. So we can actually turn this into an insane card draw engine. I actually think I want to keep my Faerie Guidemothers behind. So that way we can punch through in the skies for extra damage. Oh, bless me. Oh, goodness bless me. This looks more or less like enough oomph to see us through. I don't exactly have any ways to actually get past a 2-2 early game, which is kind of funny. Yeesh, once upon a time. Not what we want to see right now. Gross. Terrible. No. Bum, bum. Irencrag Pyromancer. It's an Irencrag Pyromancer. I'm going to turn off the air conditioning, man. It is plenty chill in this house. No, not a lava coil. No, my God, what am I ever gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna burst into tears and weep. Just kidding. Get the fuck out of here. Gonna pass me, I don't give a damn. Oh, FS Lame says, who needs AC when you play the chillest vibes? Damn. Damn. Duke Pie Walker says green is the dirtiest color nowadays. It kinda is. It kind of is just very, 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 very good. Can we do anything about that card? Can we do anything about that card? Yeah. Yeah. Milkman's asked if I thought about historic format. I pretty much just stick to standard and limited. I mean, I think that all the formats are super cool, and one of the best parts about Magic is that they have these robust formats. In particular, Commander. Commander's the one that's been sort of seducing me a little bit lately. However, I will state that I just freaking like standard, man. I just like the normal shits. Can I just say, I went live pretty much on time. I mean, I always say I'm going live at 1, and then I start at 1:05 to 1:07 because, you know, just to give time for people to get the email notification at 1 and all that sort of stuff. So for me, 1:07 or so is like on time. But I've been here on time, and it's 2, so I've been going for about an hour, and I like am blown away that it's been an hour. I'm like totally freaking like shocked. I'm like shocked. Who's your commander? I've never played Commander. I've never played Commander, not even once. I'm coming out. So this says to me that Rezo Kinder has a lava coil in hand or a way to deal with the Confessing Beast. Raycon Twitch says, would you like it if they added Commander /2 out of Giant format to MTG? Oh my god. Fuck. Holy shit. Fuck. That's horrible. This is bad. Ugh. Oh my god. It's Niv Mizzet. Oh my god. I concede. Ah! Oh my fuck. All right. What do we have here? This is good. Unbreakable Formation is for breaking a stalemate. Questing Beast is actually a reasonable one to consider removing. Flaxen Intruder. Well, this is coming in. Do I think controls 3 or less? Probably not. Probably not. I think the Gideons might actually be good here. This seems better in a clogged situation. I think I'm going to want to trim Once Upon a Time a lot. Once Upon a Time has a kind of an interesting game 1 strength. I don't know what deck I've been paired up against. This is a really nice, versatile card to help me get what I want until I can sideboard correctly. This, I think, is weak. I think I do want these. What do I cut here? Maybe something like this. Yeah. I'm going to wind up cutting Once Upon a Time relatively frequently, because once I have, like, I can fill my deck up with the cards I want. That's a horrible starting hand. That is... and I just cut those Flower and Flourish. Alright, maybe I should have mulliganed. Fuck! Ah! 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 I'm dying! The cold truth. Alright, alright. Alright, I shouldn't have cut the Flower Flourish. It smooths our stuff out a lot. Alright, I see, deck constructor. I see your argument. Absolutely punished. Nice. All right. Yeah, I guess we do this. It's gas for free. Venerated Loxodon does seem nice. Let's get that one. Create a 1/1 white human creature token. I really don't know what I think about Flaxen Intruder. Like, if the board is really clogged up, it's nice. Also functions as a 1/1, which is nice. But I don't actually... I think that this is much better when... Oh, farts, huh? Gonna counter me? Is that what you're gonna do? Gonna counter me? I think this is gonna be good in, like, aggro matchups, because it's a 1/2. It's not sacrifice. But, I mean, I think I'm gonna cut this a lot when things are clogged. Because I can summon the bears. Return to the hand! You did, let me tell you, you did such a good job. Did it on my turn, that's so great. Did I call it a 1/1? That's fine. Sometimes you misspeak while streaming, and there's some people who are like, "Oh! He said the wrong thing!" Destruction commencing. That is not good for our opponent. Hello. Coming in. All right, mochi. Look at how well this is curving out. You're curving out so hard. Oh my god. All right, well, let us attack. So what if we do this, huh? Let's say that a creature can come down. This would be a 5/4. Yeah, dude. Yeah, of course. Why would I not? Why would I not? Brazen Borrower can block. Brazen Borrower can block. It cannot block anything. Mochi is about to become deathed. This is quite some damage. When in doubt, burn them out. This seems like a good March of the Multitudes matchup. Questing Beast seems bad here, because it seems rare that I'm going to be able to cast it. Same with Venerated Loxodon. I might work them back in. Our 1-drops are tight. Glass Casket seems good as an attempt to remove. Huh. Humdy-bumdy-wumdy-doo. No, they have Brazen Borrowers. That's probably pretty bad, huh? Because if I, like, Conclave Tribunal, a creature, and then they, like, Brazen Borrower and, like, have the creature out. Alright, I guess I actually have enough room for these guys. Huh. The instant speed on the March of the Multitudes is what I'm trying to leverage here. I'm trying to go wide like a diamond. Go wide like a diamond. Dude, 1-drops are so good against Simic. Delicious! Give me them victory points. Mochi, mochi. I mean, look at this. Already. Bam. Can't do nothing about it. Whoa! Brine guy. Just bring that guy back, huh? Dude, Shepherd of the Flock, what a tech card. I thought this card was constructed garbage. I absolutely was like, yeah, what does it even do? Like, well, what does it even do? Instead, it's constructed strength. Yeah, do you have strong opinions about that? It's good. It's good to hear. Step 1. Dummy time. I love you. Go, my Flaxen Intruder. Intrude to your heart's content. I just, like, instantly sacrifice her. Lucky Clover worth bringing into an adventure deck. I've seen the Golgari Lucky Clover decks, and they seem nice. That is my perfect princess. Just right, little baby girl. All right, we got some excellent tummy pats. Some of the #1 tummy pats NA. By the way, right off the tippity bippity top. Perfect. We expect to see some more Flaxen intrusions going on, maybe? No. Dude, look at this! Look at this! The Dolomite says, I'm unfamiliar with the Golgari Lucky Clover deck. What's the idea behind it? You run Edgewall Innkeepers, and then you have a lot of the very strong... You dare counter me? I do. Oh god, I want to counter you so much. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna attack with these two guys, like, right away. No, that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this one out. Alright, we got on that person. Yeah, you have a lot of the really good black adventure cards. Like, if I just make a new deck. So, there's cards like Foulmire Knight, which don't seem that good, but in combination with the Edgewall Innkeeper, they let you cycle, and then you get, like, another creature on the board. Order of Midnight, you can start returning cards from the graveyard to the hand to get back your Edgewall Innkeepers that die, and then you just get a 2/2 flyer. Now, I'm going to note, flying, I think, is one of the most significant keywords in the meta right now, because a lot of the Golos decks just try to overrun you with a bunch of groundy guys, but they don't really have a lot of anti-air other than the Arboreal Grazer, who is as we all know, broken. He's our favorite card alive. And then, of course, Murderous Rider is another very, very good adventure card. So the idea is that you're duplicating destroying target creatures. You're duplicating return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. You're duplicating, you draw a card, and you lose a life. Those are all really nice ways to get value, right? We're 2 for 1-ing here. We're getting 2 more cards out of our graveyard back. We're drawing 2 cards. So the Edgewall Innkeeper plus that artifact plus these 3 cards is the sort of core of the Golgari Adventures deck. It's very, very, very good. Yes, this deck did just win a little tiny. PVT Joker says Flame Sweep is being underrated right now. I was watching Jeff Hoagland. I mean, I'm sort of always doing that. Like, basically every morning I wake up, make breakfast, and I watch Jeff Hoagland. Absolutely love watching Jeff Hoagland. Jeff was playing this Teamer Oko deck that looked great. It looked great. Whoa! Speaking of looking great, I think this hand kind of blows, but I'm going to keep it because I'm curious about Once Upon a Time. Okay, so let me not make the mistake that many do. Wait until your draw step and then play Once Upon a Time, for God's sake. We are getting effed so bad, and we deserve it so much. So much we deserve this. Woo! We are forked. But yeah, I see a lot of people when they're on the draw, they just like cast Once Upon a Time at end step. Just draw first. We're basically fucked. Why do I need to wait till after the draw? Because Once Upon a Time is going to let you get a key card to fix a problem that you have. So get your free draw first, because that might change what your needs are. I am the luckiest boy in the world. Why did... I just got done... I am the most unlucky boy. I'm so sad. I professionally play Magic the Gathering on a stream, and then I got my card countered. My life is so horrible.
Sit this one out. I've got time.
And play this and this and this. All right. Yeah! Hold that thought.
Here goes nothing.
Here goes nothing. In a world where here goes nothing. Oh, I can't cast things at instant speed! Fuck! God, I never, ever, ever remember that. Ever. I never, ever, ever remember that. God. You'll never meet someone unluckier than me, Sheriff. Sheriff does not react. It's a sorcery anyways. Instant, adventure, instant, adventure. Instant, it's instant. Return target permanent to you control your owner's hand. This would be the worst card in the entire universe if this was a sorcery speed return to permanent back to your hand. Of course. Of course that's what happened. Of course.
That's more.
I'm gonna hit this thing. That's more like it. I can't wait to do a giant...
Wait, Harmonic Glare. I don't even know what this card is.
It's only a matter of time.
Royal Aces, do you think the UI should highlight the fact that cards are affected by static effects, or is that too much hand-holding? I mean, I don't know. Royal Aid, I have so much pain in my body from being who I am, you know, from making the mistakings. I just have a lot of pain. Blue-white flyers, huh? I'm getting out of here! No! Why would you why would you run two of the same card in a deck? God! I have to turn my coffee pot back on because I turned it off earlier because I was like, I don't need the coffee, but I need the coffee now. Oh, let me guess. It's horrible. Is that what's going on? It's horrible and it's bad. I love you so much, Despy. I can only ever be mad for 15 seconds. Because you're always 15 seconds away from my gaze. This cat is a really good cat. She's a buddy. She's a buddy cat. PT Joker says, see Day 9 is being that guy. One card in hand, making the opponent wait. Yeah, and it's a Castle Ardenvale. Day 9 makes me feel so bad, and I hate him so much. Hi, beautiful. I love my cat. Before I left, I saw El Dixo ask a question about a Italian games convention. And I didn't quite see what was fully asked, but I will say I am not traveling. I'm not traveling right now. And for that, I'm so sorry. Woo. If these had lifelink, I would be so tickled. I hope to win the race. We're at 16 health. This is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. What an amount of damage to be able to do. Farts. Farts and cruds. So my opponent's going to be swinging in, so I either have to remove a threat or present lethal next turn. I think that Nemoro has a counter. I'm at 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's this? What's this? There's potential in the air. What's this? There's potential everywhere. What's this? Enchant creature. What? Ah! Bang in there, little buddies. Don't you dare have a counter. Okay, good. Woo. Hey, Scourgerland, good to see you. Hey, Aatrox Nightmare. Looper Cal says, hello and welcome to the blue-white. Your opponent isn't allowed to play Magic deck. I mean, this is a pretty substantial amount of Magic that I've been allowed to play. And we nearly lost because I didn't know how to count and thought that we were about to lose. All we need is a Flourish for one time. That sucks so big.
You show remorse.
Oh, show remorse. So if we get, let's assume there's no counter. Flower Flourish helps us. The Night of Autumn that nukes this enchantment doesn't help us. I think I need exactly Flower Flourish. But maybe we'll get a Once Upon a Time just for the sweat. Questing Beast doesn't help us. Ooh. It is incredible how I'm capable of that, huh? Oh shit, is that a counter? Oh god, is it a counter? Oh. Oh god, what is it? Is it a Brazen Borrow? Is it gonna return something in my hand? Oh! Don't make me wait, Nemoro! Oh! No! Fuck! Come on! No! Get me out of here. Why did it show -1 there? It freaked me out. I was like, what? I was like, wait, what? Okay, so I think we almost never need the Once Upon a Time's post-bard. We don't need the Unbreakable Formation because we don't need to break an Unbreakable Formation. I think Gideons are going to be very excellent. I think that Glass Casket makes sense. I really like the March of the Multitudes. Anything where flash is like a relevant keyword. Do I even really want this? I think maybe I don't even worry about that. I think I just go. I took the casket back. Don't worry, it's not in there. It's not in there anymore, Stealth Hobo. All I needed was an opportunity to think about it. All I needed was an opportunity to think about it. I can work with this. I can work with this. Step 1. Whoa, I just got a wee bit lightheaded. I wish upon a star to get a plains. Actually, you know what? I probably should have played the Shepherd of the Flock, just in earnest. Thought maybe I was being a super cool, smart dude. Bonus, bro. Alright, I'm getting distracted. It's got quenched. Fine. What is going on here, man? Do I get to do this now? Why not? Why let these things resolve? Like, I don't understand. Here's what I'm checking. I'm checking my contact lens order history, because I feel like... these contact lenses are too strong. I feel like these contact lenses are too strong.
I am here to aid in the assault.
Lifelink.
Your light will cleave the darkness.
Alright. Let's see how this works. Yeah, they're too strong. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's what's been going on. Holy shit. I just looked, and they're about half a thing too strong. What about this one? Holy shit. Okay. Holy shit, I actually can't believe this. Oh my god, I just self-diagnosed something. So you know how I've been saying I'm a little dizzy? I reordered a box of contacts, and I looked this morning at the prescription, And the prescription's just too high.
I believe in you.
The prescription's just too high. I think they legitimately sent me the wrong box. Like, my face is starting to sweat upon this realization. Because, okay, so... Holy crap. Royal Ace says, that's not fun. It messes with you in super subtle ways. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm like fucking sweating whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped. Well, that doesn't do a lot. At least you know it's not something else. It's so, I mean, this is incredible. This is incroyable. Cart? Holy shit, remove this shit from the cart. I'm sorry, I'm getting real distracted right now. Right, it accidentally thinks it's ordering like $1 billion worth of contact lenses. Get me out of here. Oh my god. My account, my prescriptions. I'm ordering these right the hell now. 2 to 3 business days. Great. Oh my god. I am going to do this like right now. Okay. Alright, what's your play, huh? One point is actually super relevant. You can counter this, but that's fine. This is like super duper duper relevant amount of damage.
Into battle as your champion of justice.
I think Indestructible is more important than Lifelink here. Oh my god, I cannot believe that this is what's actually happening. I cannot believe that, like, I suspected that my prescription was too strong, and I looked, and it is. Whenever you cast a spell, I can tap some shit. Alright, that's fine. 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy shit, I just reordered these contacts. Oh my god, I have contacts that are too strong. Holy shit.
I will lend you my strength.
Sure, vigilance. Alright, I wasn't paying attention enough. Look at this. Oh my god, how long has this been the case? Probably been the case for about since midsummer. my god. I just realized that if I Convoke, that triggers a Verity Circle, but I was so... I'm so amazed to see that this is actually here. I don't know if my prescription's expired. Like, what if I order these and it won't actually activate? Holy shit. I mean, a bunch of shit's happening. That's fine. We better to remove them now? Yeah, maybe. Yo! We might legitimately lose this game, but I'm actually completely fine with this, because, like... I can't believe that the incorrect prescription was sent to me. Verity deck, I mean, I'm gonna say it could be, but, like, I don't know, man. I'm doing my own thing right now.
Prepare for battle.
All right, I'm going to concede this game because I actually don't know what has happened for the last few turns because I was reordering my contacts. Oh my god, I was just getting to the point where I'm like, dude, I am fed up with my eyeballs feeling this way. Let me check something. And I just, this morning, looked, and as we were sitting here talking, someone asked something about glasses. And I saw that, and I was just like, yeah, wait a damn minute. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, let's get one of these. Wow, that's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. All right. Deck is working as intended. Probably want the... probably want the green. Alright, the deck is so thinned. The wrong contacts will also be contributing to your worse than usual case of motion sickness. Yeah, exactly what I'm thinking. Let's get Oko out here, man. Let's land an Oko. I mean, that's just incredible.
Walk with me, sing with me. I will in life. I think a little merriment is in order.
No wolf for you. Old wolves for new. Hope your eyes haven't adjusted too much. Well, like, I remember that with the prescription in this eye, because this eye is right now about -7. And normally when I go to the eye doctor, the prescription's like 7 1/4, 7 1/2, something like that. And it always feels too strong, so they just back it down to 7. Please bounce it.
You can win. Here we go.
I encourage you to. Telescope on that eye. Yeah, I mean, it's
not poison.
I almost want lightly blurry vision. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I gotta share this news with the world. which one do I want to blow up? Probably this guy. Oh, what the fuck? Alright. Oh my god, I fucked this up, because this needs to go into one of these two. Great, cool, we get the value. Fuck.
Let's make another move.
Dude, I gotta remember to call 1-800-CONTACTS. I'm gonna set an alarm for myself to remind myself to do this. Because, I mean, it's actually been, like, interrupting work and stuff. Where I, like, sit down, I'm, like, working, and then, like, an hour in, I'm just feeling a little sick. It's 7:18 tonight. Call contacts. God, this is the content people pay for right here. I can't believe that. I mean, that is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Whoa. Look at this. Whoa! Behind the magic lives magic. Okay, well, this is fascinating. Like, what is going on here?
This might be a bad idea.
This might be a bad idea. Wait, what? It doesn't get to keep its legendary, huh? Cavalier of Gales. Oh my god. Yeah, they gave me a 7.5 instead of a 7. No wonder I've been feeling so off. Maybe this is also what's been contributing to some of just my generalized feelings of stress and anxiety. Holy shit.
I'll protect you.
Dude, I literally want to close the stream and call them right now and be like, you're definitely going to send me the correct contacts, yes? Oh, I need to verify your order. Oh. Where's destroy target land?
The land shall conquer you.
Taking them out help? I mean, it'll sort of. I mean, I'm basically blind. You know, let's take it out for a little bit. Let's give this poor eyeball a rest.
I think a little merriment is in order.
In you go. I mean, I can't see shit, but you know, whatever. We're in absolute eyeball. One eyeball mode. This is where it's at. Alright, so what do we do here? So we have just been bonked. I can't see anything, man. And do I just want to, like, play the beast out? I feel like no. What a pain. What a pain. I can't believe I've done this. Alright, so I'm going to nuke this thing again. We're just going to blow up all the food. have some backup glasses? No. I do not. I still need to finish that LASIK process. That's really what's going on here, man. I gotta finish the LASIK process. Come on, guys. Alright. Oko's never dying. That's definitely not gonna happen. Let's see here. The Flaxen. Why the Flaxen Intruder? Why that one? I think, despite the fact that I don't like the... Despite the fact that I do not like the generalized, like, mild ice drain at all points in time, I think I actually do prefer the contact in. Alright, let me get my little saline solution. Alright, here we go. Alright, for any of you who love seeing this shit, yeah!
Your new look is enchanting.
By the way, let me just say, for any of you that are using like Renew as like regular contact cases, I cannot recommend doing the hydrogen peroxide instead. Hydrogen peroxide is so, it's just, there's no preservatives, there's none of that nonsense. You get this special little case where you like trap your contacts like it's Han Solo and carbonite, and then you just dunk it into the hydrogen peroxide and screw it in, and then it like cleanses the contacts, but without any sort of preservative nonsense in there. It's really nice. Also, I have the look and feel of a dead guy. I actually think I have no recourse here. I think we have a reasonable sideboard plan here, but I'm going to need to stare a bit. This seems like an Unbreakable Formation matchup for sure. Maybe I should have bonked with my knight as well, so that way we could have definitely killed Vivian. I mean, we're dead in 2 turns. Yeah, the way the hydrogen peroxide things works is that you put it in this special container, and when you buy like a new bottle of hydrogen peroxide, it just comes with a new one. So you wind up replacing it like really frequently, which is good anyways. But it has this little metal here that over the course of like 6 hours slowly neutralizes the hydrogen peroxide. And it has a big red cap to remind you, don't touch your eye directly to this. This would be bad. And then in addition, you get sterile solution. You should get saline, literally just saline solution for when I need to, like, you know, have a sterile solution. I can't believe I had the wrong contacts. That's crazy. You know, at 4 p.m., I think I actually am going to call 1-800-CONTACTS. No, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll call them tomorrow morning. That's what I should probably do. That's actually more reasonable. I just can't believe I just don't have the right contacts. I mean, that's crazy to me. I actually genuinely think I don't have any solution here. Oh my god, Amatua says, I got a mid-talk, what happened? I was suspicious that the contact lens that I've been wearing had been too strong, because I've been feeling a lot of disorientation, a lot of motion sickness, things like this.
Oh dear.
And I checked my contact prescription, and it should be -7, but it's instead -7.5, so they're a little too strong.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
So that's death, right? So we gotta concede. So I think this is the plan. We always take out those puppers. Unbreakable Formation, hell yeah. Gideon, probably not. Knight of Autumn and Flaxen Intruder, actually probably not. Glass Casket, I think, yeah. And to our Conclave Tribunal. But I think most of all, March of the Multitudes seems pretty great. Probably don't need a lot of Shepherds of the Flock. Oh, man. Sounds like a bit of a snafu somewhere. Here's what I think maybe happened. I think I got a... Once upon a time, I remember I got like a 7.5 prescription, wore it for like 3 days, and I felt sick and went back and asked if I could get a prescription for a lesser dosage. And the optometrist said yes. And so I think that maybe they called that optometrist and they got the old prescription. That's maybe what happened. What am I doing here? What's happening in this game? What have I cut? What have I cut from the game? Oh my god, Glamewit. Gifted 5 subs. It's been a while since I've been able to do this, but I want to celebrate Sean's impending eyeball relief. God, it's going to feel so good. This has actually been this way since July. It's been this way in July, and I'm keeping this, because if I draw one white land, this is hashtag fire, fire, fire. Alex 30 Phil says, when you cut around a quarter of your adventure cards, should you cut a few innkeepers? What adventure cards did we cut? I mean, we cut one of our Shepherd of the Flocks, but we have 4 Faerie Guidemothers and 4 Lovestruck Beasts. Whoa! I wonder if that's what your issue with Spyro was. Yeah, I maybe think so. I genuinely think that's what's up. I genuinely. VOM says, to be fair, even Spyro made me a bit uncomfortable. Maybe Oko is going to make one of my Edgewall Innkeepers.
Sing with me. I will enlighten you. Welcome to the feast.
Alright. Dish. Yeah. Holy crap. Think that's what your issue with Subnautica was? No, we played at the start of the year when my eyes were fine. Oh my god, I can't believe that that's what happened. I cannot believe that shit. Oh gosh. It's almost Halloween Subnautica coming back to finish. Right now, the plan is no. That was originally the plan, was to maybe do Subnautica, maybe do Outer Wilds, but I basically claimed that my year has been sufficiently stressful that I'm not going to try to impose what is actually meaningfully stressful for me. Those games are meaningfully stressful. Norbuck's Subnautica gave me motion sickness also. When I use the default field of view, so normally field of views in most games start at like 85 and go up to like 125, something along those lines. Yeah, maybe Glass Casket doesn't help us much in this matchup. Who knows?
Surely you must be famished.
Surely you must be famished. God. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Also, Maldarian, thanks for the 5 as well. I was talking about Glamewit. But I want to give you proper appreciation as well. I just cannot believe, for the entire stressful summer, my eyeballs were in, like, power telescope mode. Like, what the hell? I sure wish I had the cards I want to have. What an all-star card, man.
Feast.
Welcome to the feast. Good, good. Three total. God, I'm hoping this order just like goes, because I mean, I'm wondering if. Excuse me. I don't know. I'm like actually an annoyed bear. I'm an annoyed bear. I am a bear. I'm just suddenly putting all these pieces together. So I'm like, well, it's one of these things where, okay, so right now my left eye is in telescope mode. Right now my left eye is, it's like when in Terminator 1, when Arnold's face is blown open and you just see the eyeball there and you're just like, oh, it's so horrible, oh my god. I actually wonder... Like, holy shit, like, can you believe the amount of time? Whatever. Yeah, no, I'm suddenly worried that they will call that optometry. The optometrist will go, oh no, Sean wanted a 7.5. Holy fuck. Everything is bad. all on 3 land. Damn. Ghost Ark says, this explains everything. The Dota misplays, the struggles in adventure games, the lost iPhone, the missed lethals in games. Of course. Of course it was a prescription issue. Oh my god.
Let's broaden your existence.
Well, that's not the one, is it? See, I made all those life linkers to try to avoid this problem. Just trying to avoid this problem. I don't think going for Okos... Is this ever gonna help me, huh? I guess. This is like the value engine. These games are really grindy. God, it hurts so much. Ah! Nice. If we casket the deputy first, we super don't want to casket the deputy. Like, unbelievably much. Because our opponent has shown evidence.
Ooh, I feel so alive.
Oh, I feel so alive. Our opponent has shown evidence that they have ways to bounce enchantments, so I don't want to bounce and give my opponent, like, another whole opportunity to Deputy of Detention, which would be painful. You know, like a Teferi bounce would be shit. Wait a minute, this is an artifact, and Teferis can't bounce artifacts. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. I went into autopilot mode and assumed that this... I shouldn't say I assumed. It's just my brain was like, oh, it's a white prison effect. This is an artifact. Can Teferi 3 bounce those? 3 fairy. Because it's creatures. Target artifact, creature, enchantment. Never mind. That said, this is an artifact instead of an enchantment, which is still relevant. Yeah.
And yours is mine.
Alright, cool. Nice. Oh shit, I cast the wrong one. I don't care. Get me out of this game. I wanted to kill Oko. Fuck. God. I cannot believe that my eyeball has the wrong prescription. Now it's like all my brain can think about. I think that this is an okay keep. We'll get like some sort of turn 1-ish play or turn 2-ish play. I think this is the right play. Just go Edgewall Flaxen. I cannot believe... Dude, you guys, I have poisoned my eyeball. For ages. Just hurt my little eyeball. It's about to become a YO eyeball. Alright, we're against Grixis. Could this be a Grixis Fires of Invention deck?
Righteous cause. I believe in you, friend.
You know, I'm not going to do that. East Metal says, when will you build a new Gruul Stompy deck? I love watching you play Gruul. I should build one of those relatively soon. Alright, great. We get to own Vinzimit with our Flaxen Intruder. That's nice. Little known text. Whenever Flaxen Intruder deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. When you do, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Super duper relevant card text right now. Kaya's Waff. That actually doesn't matter for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to Once Upon a Time first, see if we can hit like a fairy or something. Okay, well a shepherd's fine as well.
Share in my light.
No. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're gonna have to restart this client. Isn't that sick? I cannot believe how much my little poor eyeball has been suffering. My poor eyeball. I am really loving Shepherd of the Flock, like, a lot. Like, I mean, that's pretty sick. I mean, you gotta give it up.
I will defend the weak at every opportunity. Your light will cleave the darkness.
I mean, this is pretty sick. You gotta admit. Like, this deck is just working right now, man. Not that that means we'll win, but by God, is it working? Look at how this is working. It is. We are putting in some work with these cards. Chandra, Awaken Blambra.
Everyone knows the bigger explosions are more fun. I'll try to come back for you.
Gave out. I believe in you.
Wow, I can't. This is one of these things where I really appreciate the. Fuck. This is one of these things I really appreciate in like net decked decks, where you get in some of these matchups where your deck just like completely comes together, like so hard. At least I have Castle Ardenvale. I will lend you my strength. Okay, so we're up against a... Well, this is the black or red, and we want the planeswalkers in. Kind of want the March in. I think I cut the Loxopals. I think Venerated Loxopals don't help us much. Why did I cut the Knight of Autumn? That's like a really important card here. So the game plan's pretty straightforward. We get stuff out and we keep it alive. Yeah. Oh my God, I want to tell everybody I know. Oh God, who can I text? Oh my freaking lord. A very good card to have. Oh, we got some tummy time. Yep. Baby girl, it's my eyeball. My eyeball is what's been causing me so much pain. Thought erasure. Kills the Flaxen Intruder. That would be so funny. Darth Luke 6 is working from home today, and you know what that means. Day 9 time. Time for you to get nothing done. I'm going to get some coffee. Let's get wired, as we have way, way too much prescription in that eyeball. Oh, really? You get rid of the questing beast. Yes, very well. How extra. I don't really need to use these flower flourishes now, and I think the god saves that come from the Shepherd of the Flock is great. I have no pants, and I must scream. Yeah, what? Everything's horrible? That's fine. Probably the save, actually. No pants and flip-flops, living his best California life. Yeah, it's weird. In California, flip-flops are, like, so common. And everywhere else, it's, like, disgusting. People are, like, disgusted by you. This is actually such a big card for us. I don't know why our opponent's overlooking it. Okay, so there's no chance of Akaya's Wrath or any of the sweepers that really concern us. You guys, I have had eye strain. You know what? Let me look up eye strain side effects. What are some other side effects? Oh my god. These are like all the things that I can't even fucking believe it. Yeah, chew it, baby cat. Chew that shit. Oh my god, I forgot to play the Faerie Guidemother pre-combat. I'm so dumb.
My mind needs a rest.
Decline. I really wish I would have spent my mana the other way. Whatever. Darth Luke says, we don't have flip-flops in Australia, but everyone wears thongs. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Different names for the same shit. Oh, shit. Literally, like, the period of time at which I would have said the most stressful shit is happening. I realize now it may not have been that the shit was stressful, but it may have been that my little dry ball.
Prime day for justice.
Oh my god, can you believe this, dude? Yeah, I was gonna say Casualties of War makes oodles and oodles of sense. Kill this and this and this. Faya Wishes is like such a strong card here. Dude, oh my god, because like I've been feeling really awful for like July and August and September.
Another day, villain.
And I attributed a big part of that to just good old-fashioned stress. And I do think a good part of that was good old-fashioned stress. 100%. But then to think that I have been like, you know... I think many of you may have heard me talk earlier about the fact that, like, I was inadvertently taking... like, one of those, like, supplements that you take in the morning. One of them just had, like, 8,000% vitamin B12.
I have other plans. Let your weak minds crumble.
And so that was, like, making my heart be all racy. I should say it was contributing to it. Holy shit, I can't even believe this. Oh my god, all the ways in which I've been being harmful to my body. This is so painful. Oh my god, I just got a notification. You guys, I just got a notification from 1-800-CONTACTS that my contact lens prescription was rejected. Because you know how I said, oh my god, is that actually... I think my thing might be expired, and guess what? It's expired. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, you can kill a questing beast. I have all sorts of redraws. It's good. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to schedule a contact lens appointment. This is horrible. That draw's pretty sexy, I will admit. Our deck is popping off, man. Only good for 2 years from what I recall. Time for an exam. Could be right. Could be right. I feel like I've been caught. Oh my god, that's absolutely filthy. Oh my god, it's working. That was pretty damn cheap for their eye exams. The biggest thing I need is immediacy. Like, I'm gonna want an eye exam on, like, Thursday, man. I have the wrong contact lens prescription. Well, the good news is, it's not horrible. It's good it's not horrible because... I've been living with it for months. So I can do a few more days. I just need to be gentle with my little Sean self. Great. I think Once Upon a Time is secretly a really great game one. I do not own glasses. For any of you curious, I don't own glasses. Don't own glasses. So red would indicate to us that there's some kind of burn. So I'm actually going to be pretty conservative here, actually. Just make sure to memorize the eye chart. Oh my god, I forgot about that story. Oh, that is so good. Actually, I'm just going to have this guy out here. Save it with Shepherd of the Flock. This fucking game is trying to kill me. Oh my god. Yes, he has. 526 used to come home from work with splitting headaches, but assumed it was stress-related. My partner at the time got me an eye appointment, and it turned out I suddenly needed glasses real bad to read things up close. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Alright, so we're up against probably 5-color Golos. That's helpful. God, these Once Upon a Times fucking suck to draw right now. God! Those feel horrible to draw in the later game. Ugh. When a penis is heading out, have a good day. Oh man, peace out, Martha, Martha, Martha. Why? What a truly terrible draw. Yes, this little bastard. It's me, a fairy. God, I am going crazy about this, man. I'm never gonna let it go. Oh. Alright, I mean, we're also kind of dying really fast here. I'm losing. I'm absolutely losing my damn mind. That's a good card. This is our punch through the enemy deck. Oops, I didn't attack with this guy. My brain is so dead. Aww. Holy shit, can you believe that? Make a wish. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fae Wish is gonna get something insane. Reveal it and put it into your hand. Okay. Guys, good luck. Good luck to me. Of all people, good luck to me. Good luck. Why is that the play that our opponent chose to do? Okay, that makes a little more sense. And it doth hurt us. It doth hurt us bad. But this is helpful, right? Because we get to do this. About the only thing I see. And one in the air. I'm gonna do a little eye dribble here. In the other eye, too. Why don't you block your shepherd? It's unclear. It's unclear to me. All right, well. Clearing the path. We missed, I think, 2 points of damage this game, and those are going to turn out to be super duper duper relevant. See, if, like, I had done that extra point of damage, on this turn, if, say, I drew a Faerie Guidemother, then I could have actually done something significant. Or then I could have killed. I could have done something significant. No, I could have killed. That's the word I'm looking for. I could have killed. Should have attacked with the fairy as well last turn. I was genuinely worried about my opponent just chump blocking it. Alright, let's just draw a Questing Adventure off the top. Questing Adventure, excuse me, Questing Beast. Alright, I messed that game up a little bit, but certainly it's okay. Certainly it's okay. So we need to be very fast. This is an extremely important card. This does not really matter that much. Knights of Autumn for the artifact destruction is really amazing. Unbreakable Formation for some swangs. Maybe I actually just want the Flaxen Intruders, man. Did I cut the Once Upon a Times? Fuck. I really need to cut those Once Upon a Times. Oh, God. I didn't cut it. Ugh. This is where I can get the extra slots for the removal spells for Krasis and shit like that. That's how we do it. Then I think we're actually in advantageous shape. I'm really messing up the sideboarding in this matchup, or in this deck. All right, so. I mean, our gameplay strategy is going to be relatively straightforward. It's just play things as fast as humanly possible. get damage in. And then this is my finisher. And, you know, I think that, like, in a very simplistic sense, we might say, okay, basic archetypes in Magic, try to go under. I'm trying to be aggro, I'm trying to win faster. Or go over. I'm trying to win by doing something bigger, more dramatic. So, you know, for instance, Field of the Dead is a classic go-over deck. Oh, I just want to make the game go on longer and longer and longer, so that way I can become the hugest boy that I was always meant to be. Now, I think that going under is the right move against Golos specifically, but I like to think about every deck, the way that you answer Golos is by asking, what's your finishing move against a board full of zombies? It's that very specific question. Why is Questing Beast the good finishing move against a board full of zombies? I can get my opponent down to 6 by bonking with regular things, pre-Field of the Dead cropping up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But what's the finishing move that I'm going to try to do? I mean, all right. It was the finishing move against a big ol' slew of zombies. Well, it's the fact that I have Questing Beast. And so if I'm like, you know, mono red, very simple statement, I'm going to try to burn out. That's how I get past the zombies. But, like, if I'm white weenie and I'm struggling against Golos and I'm asking myself the question, how do I overcome that? Maybe getting a bunch more flyers in there so I can just fly over everything. I think Skargan Hellkite is a legitimately excellent card right now. So my opponent can play. Alright, that's fine. I think maybe this was a shit decision. I think I should have just swung with this guy. Whatever. Yeah, this is my finishing boy. Once this comes down, my finishing moves are basically flyers. Yeah, I think I should have saved, and then when my opponent did a time wipe, I could have responded with an Unbreakable Formation, kept the board alive. Has to be this, right? See? And then I put Once Upon a Time in my deck instead of actual useful removal like Glass Casket. Fuck! Ah! Ah, what a mistake. What a mistake! I think I understand Once Upon a Time in this deck. It is the thing that you always cut after game 1, now, once you know what you're up against. I don't think I have any solution to this. I'm just going to concede, man. I messed up. I'm going to use Restroom real fast. Refresh my brain. And then I actually feel like I now finally have enough experience with this deck to begin to mark a winning series of games. But I'm going to note something. Once upon a time, there was a Bant Flash deck that I played and lost maybe 8 out of 10 games with. And I stuck with the same deck, took the learnings, and the next day I won almost all the games and went back to, like, top few hundred Mythic. And I'm starting to feel the same sort of arc with this, where I'm losing a lot because I'm not comfortable piloting it, and I'm ready to sort of sweep up to infinity and beyond by being the biggest, baddest, ballerest boy of them all, but I have a very full bladder. That is the final B of our string au alliteration. I'll BRB. Actually, I'm going to put up a break screen, because I don't do that enough anymore. Let's do this. This is going to be like a real short one. Yeah. I figured the deck out. We can't lose now. All right. This hand is okay enough. I'm going to go for the double white because we have 1 3-mana double white in here. No, do I want to go? I think I go for the green, actually. I make you mistakey. Luma says, what's the difference between tempo and control? So, ooh, I like this. The way I would describe tempo is trying to do a spike of impact that's difficult to... fuck. I would describe it as a spike of impact that's trying to win the game by getting a couple of those. There's less a tempo style and more a tempo play. So here is like the simplest example of tempo is bouncing an opponent's creature, sending that creature back to the hand. Now, first of all, it's another Golos deck. So first of all, like, if I just send your creature back to your hand, let's say I spend 1 mana to send your creature back to the hand, and your creature costs 4 mana. That's a tempo play, because am I deleting your cards efficiently? No, I've actually just delayed your card 1 turn. And I've spent one of my cards in the graveyard just to delay one of your cards for a turn. Hold on, I have to think about what my life is for a quick moment. So my opponent's probably going to be able to... Oh shit, that's a bit of a rough spot. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to Venerated Loxodon. And I'm just going to accept that things are horrible. And so, like an aggro play would be trying to deal face damage. A control play would be like drawing more cards. Yeah, I just missed the Innkeeper play because I'm talking about what tempo is. Typical. Typical. We are pretty dead. Yeah, so the aggro play is shooting in the face. The control play is like getting more cards, right? Getting more resources. But a tempo play is like delaying you a turn or doing a big spike of power within my turn. So the reason I would say that the Fires deck feels very much so like a tempo deck that does tempo plays. Is that it tries to get the Fires of Invention out and then do something insane by like Cavalier, spend all the mana on the Cavalier. That's so demoralizing. I'm gonna switch to this Golos deck after. Actually, let me just close and reopen because this client is lagging so hard. Where does creature destruction fall under control? It doesn't fall under any category. It's just creature destruction. And even my statements like shooting the face is an aggro-ish play. Drawing cards is a control-ish play. I mean, like control and aggro are not these super strict terms and definitions. They're just sort of like perspectives. Okay, what do we cut? Get these fucking Once Upon a Times out of my deck. Yeesh. Yeah, and so that's why I say that Fires Invention is a tempo play, because they're trying to do things like play 2 Planeswalkers on a turn. get a big spike of like a bunch of fucking power right now. Again, Golos Field seems like the deck of the day. You know, I think secretly these Faerie Godmothers are essential ways for me to win if we go late against one of these Deckaroos. Because I can actually just fly over shit. Do we have lethal next turn? We have 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. So we're kind of close. Okay, so if it's like land circuitous route, we can just like bonk in. Normally they have Crisis in the air? Not normally. I wouldn't say that that's normal. Occasionally. Infrequently they'll have it in the air. And most of the time it won't actually be that big, which is why I say these are sort of essential for getting in there.
I'm known for my excellent timing. This might be a bad idea.
I feel like I already know what's going to happen. Giant Smash. Potato, potato. Ooh, that's a good one. Alright, we have all the tools we need to win. You can also see why I cut the Venerated Loxodons. Venerated Loxodons help with the I'm feeling like a little bit stale, like I can't quite make a good attack, so instead of making an attack, I'm going to buff my dudes.
Let me lead the charge into darkness. I believe in you, friend.
Yeah, block it. Shield Death is just a broken card. I'm sort of fascinated by the fact that it actually performs well. Above Tail, I am utterly fascinated with the fact that Field of the Dead performs well. Because the card looks pretty innocuous. Whenever you have a relatively extreme condition, do something cool. Toot toot. We did it. We won.
Share in my light.
I'm telling you. Flyers are interesting. Oh, it helps so much to cut those adventures. Or not adventures, Once Upon a Times. There's a lot of cards in Magic the Gathering that are like, once an extreme condition is met, become ridiculous. And the error, I guess we'd say with Field of the Dead, is like, you know what, that condition that seemed like it was actually very difficult to pull off, it's not actually that difficult to pull off. Hey, you're a very good cat. You're like just the best cat in the whole world. Can I get a meow? No. No, but I can hear your purrs. No! No! If that was a Temple Garden, I may have kept it. I think I put the forest at the back. By the way, it's 4 p.m. Beautiful Oakland, California. How's your day going, everyone? Good days, I hope. Good days. Awesome days. I'm happy to have you here. Guys, I love you guys. I love you very much. I'm very happy that you're here joining me on this fine day. Ten Chimpanzee says it's snowing. Oh my god. It sounds wonderful. It sounds so wonderful. Idyllic Hod says no you. Me? No you. Ow. Oh, come on, little eyeball. Come on, little eyeball. Don't be such a piece of shit. Can I get a bing bong? Oh my god. Hierarchy's cousin passed away to cancer, so today's pretty bad. I am so sorry to hear that, man. That is... My grandfather passed away from cancer, and it was long and very, 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 very painful. Jesus. Well, I want to let you know, now that you're here hanging out with us, you got a nice, comfortable spot to just think about games, have a nice time, and be in the company of an extraordinarily large group of very pleasant people. So, what do I do here? Is this the right play? This is probably the right play. Card startles me every time? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I just think compartments of focus are so important in life. I think they're so important in life, man. You know, like, I'll take my grandfather's death as an example. Like, when my grandfather was dying, oh my god, it sucked. Oh, it was bad. Like, and the thing is that it's bad in a way where there's not a lot to talk about. Imagine getting dumped in 7th grade. There is so much to talk about. There's just a lot of content there that we really can and should spend all of our time thinking and talking about. By the way, let's count this. So if we get this, that replaces itself. So we have 4 lands. We play this. We play this. We have 1, 2, 3. That's not enough, right? Farts. Well, what are you going to do? I did it. You get dumped in 7th grade, you have so much stuff to talk about. Are you kidding me? You have so much stuff to talk about. But when someone is like has cancer, it can just be like, yeah, no, it's bad. That's it. It's all you have to say. It's all you have to say. And then I would come and I would do the show. And it would just be something completely separated, completely different, and it would be so refreshing and so nice. It'd be so refreshing and so nice, you know? And I just think about that a lot. The importance of having these different areas where you can go.
This is a prime day for justice. I believe in you.
You have a different place where you can go to just focus on that thing. Because I have my places where I work, and when I'm working, I'm not doing entertainment, I'm not doing social stuff. When I'm doing social stuff, I don't like check my email or do any of that nonsense. You know, I try to have like little areas of focus. When it's time for a serious conversation, we should focus on the serious conversation. Depending upon what Heh 3 does, this could be doomful. Yeah, going down. Absolutely A-okay.
I can take it.
Lukobus' escapism, man, it's great. I would say that's one piece of it. For instance, when I tune into my Korean dramas, if I tune into my Korean dramas that's about the romance of two characters in a situation that is absolutely ridiculous, Glass. Who gives a shit about Glass? How do I do this?
I will lend you my strength.
Something like this. We will soon be counterbonked. Good. Okay, I'm going to tell you what my hope is. I forgot about that land. And is that super death for us? No, not yet. There is still hope. Anyways. I mean, if I watch my Korean dramas and I tune into it and they're like trying to make commentary about what's happening in the American news cycle, I'm gonna be like, oh, come on, man. Just let me watch my Korean drama. But there's also, like, if I want to sit down and let's say I am trying to learn a new skill set. There goes nothing. If I'm trying to learn a new skill set, like I'm trying to, well, hell, I don't even have to be abstract. Like, I want to learn more about machine learning. Please hit my face. Please hit me right in the face, right in the teeth, man. Let's go. If I'm trying to learn about machine learning, I'm going to focus on that. And it's about, like, okay, this is my machine learning time. And let's say there is some issue that needs addressing in work. You know, like, for instance, a lot of times with events or event planning or something like that, there's always something to do. So it's not like I am doing my machine learning as an escape. Oh, this gives us a chance. So you're saying there's a chance? Machine learning stuff is not escapism. It's like, it's focus. It's the fact that I know I can go to that place and get a specific type of experience that I want to get there. And, you know, like, big piles of garbage. I was hoping my opponent didn't have enough mana for that. Fuck. Is there any way to wiggly worm my way out of this one? Fuck. It was close. There's another small mistake that I think I'm making in all of these. I'm not being nearly aggressive enough in the very first game when I'm unsure of what I'm up against. Yeah, I think different places are important for that. Different places are important for that. You know. Spreading Seed says, I think it might be correct to board in Loxodon and board out Casket in this matchup to be more aggressive. We have to be really careful with that because Loxodon is not actually something that lets us be more aggressive. Loxodon doesn't really help us with aggression. What it does is it gives up a turn of aggression to be a stronger a little later on. We have a lot of X1s in our deck, and if we gave up a turn to buff them with the Loxodon, they would become like X2s, like I'd have a 4-2 or a 2-2. All of which get eaten alive by zombies. And so in that regard, I don't think it's actually benefiting us too much. Like, here's a situation where, plausibly, what I could do is just sit on my Edgewall Innkeepers and try to get a lot of value. But I think I need to ramp up the aggression in Game 1. Lukoba says, I guess escapism has come in negative connotations I don't mean. I just meant getting fully absorbed in a task or experience. Yeah, I pretty much tend to avoid using really any buzzwords. Like, I just don't use buzzwords anymore. As little as humanly possible, unless I'm someone who's like, I define the following word to be blah. Bam, bam. Whoosh. Whoosh. Now this is interesting. I have an Unbreakable Formation, so maybe it's actually good to just smash this down. Ramp up the aggression right away, huh? What we're really worried about is on turn 5, big old giant shrunk. How's Throne of Eldraine? Bitwise Studios asks, it's one of the grindiest metas I have ever seen. It is so unbelievably fucking grindy. I'm at a loss for words. Like, here is an example of where this is not about me ramping up the aggression. This is about me completely giving up a turn to try to do more next turn. And I actually think that this is better. Because, on one hand, if my opponent goes land, circuitous route, I'll be up against a pair of zombies. And I think I'm actually okay with that on this board. If my opponent doesn't do that, and instead plays a Realm Cloaked Giant, I get to respond with an Unbreakable Formation. Dresden says, what makes it grindy compared to MBG Standard before Eld? There's just not really a good go-fast deck. In the traditional, I'm going to go super duper duper, duper 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 fucking fast. That does not really exist right now. Like, Lovestruck. Well, I mean, we're definitely going to get some damage in, which is good. They just block the most damaging things, which is... We're off by 1. Fuck. It's just not really a good, super fast go under deck. And so even if you are a deck like mine, this would be considered aggressive in the format, relative to the format. But you'll notice that I still have lots of ways to draw. I'm doing lots of plays to like save my dude and replay it on the next turn, which I think on one hand is overall very healthy for Magic, and I'm sort of like, wizards! On the other hand, I think that this particular Field of the Dead deck is giving a lot of people a lot of headaches. So is that death? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to be hitting with 8, and they can only block a wee bit of it. Good. Going first helps. We won a video game. Alright, always take out the Once Upon a Time because they're bad. And I think I'm going to still try to cut the Venerated Loxodons, but, I mean, that game obviously felt very good, so we're starting to see some situations with some merit. I'm going to stick with my existing plan for now. What was I putting in instead? Putting in 2 Knights of Autumn, that's right. So we want to be able to kill Golos. Kill Golos. Bloody Skies, I feel like Field of the Dead will get restricted to best of 3. Highwater Gaming says, I'm around 80% win rate with mono black aggro. Is that best of 1 or best of 3? And is it really 80%? That's my curiosity. I find that people who go like even, and then streak, even, disproportionately claim streakiness when there is no streak. It's a bit of an accusatory statement from you, Highwater Gaming, but I'd be curious about what the data says. Because an 80% deck in any format is weird. Is it a good time to get back to playing Magic Arena after not playing for a while? I mean, I'm obviously a huge fan of Magic Arena. Oh my god. Obviously a huge fan of it. So I would say yes. I would say yes to the dress, for sure. I'm going to pick it, and then I'm not going to play it, because I'm a crazy boy! I mean, I think the biggest thing is that Magic the Gathering literally releases so much content that they can just give tons away all the time to the players in their game. They're just shitting out content like a reckless pooper. And so, you know, if you said, hey, can I free-to-play get every single card in every single top meta deck I want to play, I would say that seems unlikely. You'll probably have to spend at least some dollars in there. But I definitely don't think you'll need to spend, like, hundreds of dollars or any of that sort of stuff. And I say this because, as I've referenced before, our good man Eric, the gentleman that helps run Day 9 TV, a.k.a. he co-owns it with me. He's free to play. EnerDXG says, don't most decent Magic decks cost more than $100? Not really. Is I think just the only fair answer I can give. This is what I'm trying to do. And I'll explain that in a quick moment. Yeah, here's what I mean, which is that the most value. Okay, so let's take not Magic the Gathering Arena, but Magic the Gathering paper. Magic the Gathering paper, the cost per card is much higher because the idea is that I can trade it. Whereas in this game, if I have 4 questing adventures and you have 4 questing adventures, doesn't really matter much, does it? I keep saying questing adventure. I mean questing beast. That is horrible news for us. Well, definitely this. And I think I'm actually doing this and saving the Flower Flourish for some flapping flyers. So anyways, if we go back to paper, if I want, like, what's the most expensive card that everyone wants? It's dual lands. It's lands that say add green or add white, and it comes into the battlefield untapped. Those are the most expensive ones. So if you look at a typical deck list, it will say the total cost for this deck list is like $200. And that's because if you get 4 of these, that's like $60. If you get another 4 Sun Petal Groves, that's $60. And I can then take this card, a land, and put it in any of my decks. So a lot of times there's like an upfront cost if you are investing in Magic the Gathering paper to get a bunch of land. And then once you get the land, the cost of decks is actually much, much, much lower. I think I'm mulligan this because it just doesn't do very much at the outset of the game. This seems like a much more legit hand. So, you'll just see lots and lots and lots of Magic decks. If you just go online and you go to, MTG Goldfish or Aether Hub or whatever site has the deck list there and it says deck cost, or you can go to TCG Player or any site that is like plugged into some secondary market. Any site that's plugged into a secondary market, you can just open up a list and you can just go straight to the land and be like, how much does the land cost? And often it's a disproportionate amount of money. Now, if we come to the question of what's Magic the Gathering Arena's cost, I spend about $200, $100 to $200 per expansion. Now, granted, I do play a bunch. And when I say I play a bunch, that means I'm getting a lot of, like, gold and gems and other things that will give me the ability to buy more cards and stuff like that. But I spend $100 to $200 per expansion. And on day one, I can basically play any deck that I want. I have to spend some wild cards. Sure. And so sometimes I do wind up going hard on wild cards for some things that I'm like, okay, this sucks, I'm never going to use this. Kojung13 says, why do we play Lovestruck Beast Adventure side before playing the Innkeeper? I don't see a reason why we would do it the other way. Oh, I'm sorry, I see what you mean. This is a creature spell that has an adventure. So in other words, this other side, it just simply doesn't proc. It is an irrelevant component. Okay, so I see no white mana, which means I doubt, well, no, this is entering the battlefield tapped. It is plausible that there could be some white mana. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Target the Lovestruck Beast. Ah, shit, that was a stupid move. This has reach. Fuck. Trying to avoid a sweeper here, and it's very obvious to block the Lovestruck Beast. This is still not a bad outcome. Kojung says, what if we draw a creature with adventure side, though? Then we draw a card on turn 2. I think I'm confused, Code Junk. Lovestruck Beast is a 3-mana card, so we can only do that on turn 3. I might just be misunderstanding what you're saying. So basically, on turn 1, I can either play an Edgewall Innkeeper, or I can play a Lovestruck Beast. Oh, I think I see what you're fucking saying. Yeah. Yes, I get to blow it up. Roar. I draw a 2-mana adventure on turn 2. That is... Let me investigate. Fuck out of here. I think I should have been playing this the other turn. Means an obvious chump, but whatever. I think in this matchup it's probably okay to play the Innkeeper on turn 1. The only 2-mana card that I might want to play after the Innkeeper is the 3/1 guy. I would say generally, I tend to lean on the conservative side with the Edgewall Innkeeper. I try to like play it on turn 2 and then do a thing on turn 2. Okay, so if I do this... like this is good, right? I think a big crisis could come down. Yeah, I think just trying to always go for a play that I can see with my hand right now. Generally leaning towards the Edgewall Innkeeper is something I want to... God, I fucking hate the fact that this is a giant. It's so good. Fly! Yeah, I'd rather not play a turn 1 against a general deck and run the risk of letting it die when I could instead play it on turn 2. I just generally think that the Golos field decks are just way too strong. Way too proportionately strong. Alright, we're playing Golos Field, baby! Time to switch to Golos Field. I think the Selesnya deck is tight, but I don't think it's as strong.